This is a journey into sound. This is a journey. This is a journey into sound. Our sound.
What it do,
What's
baby?
up? We're doing episode 2.
Episode 2. We have a very, very special episode lined up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to our other 2 roommates. We have Shemus Billiards here.
Hiya! And we have our wonderful roommate, Jemma.
That's dumb. My name is Jenna. It's fine.
The real name comes out. You heard it here, folks.
We thought it'd be a good idea to disguise her name, but apparently she just doesn't give a
voice,
she doesn't give a shit. So whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
Yeah.
you're not hearing their real voices. We're going to be editing the shit out of them.
Yeah.
That's good because my intro high sounded real dumb, like a clown getting punched in the testicles.
No, that's
I don't
good.
think you can say testicles.
Yo, no, you
Balls?
can. I just said shit, so you could totally say testicles.
I mean,
Ovaries.
also, you're using a false name, so you can say whatever the hell you
you can
want.
say whatever you want. You're like
Anyway.
Dr. Seuss right now.
This is Unofficial Intelligence.
Unofficial
back
Intelligence.
for another episode.
I'm excited about this one, man.
I'm super excited.
Me and Seamus, before we did this, had a bottle of wine, so we're kind of feeling it, and we had an awkward dance-off.
So the rules of the game was who could out-awkward the other person. Pretty much just dance until the other person laughs. My nipples were rubbed. Clint repeatedly touched himself with
did.
other
I
objects.
stuck a banana in my pants.
I threw my shirt over my head, and it's
how
amazing.
many buttholes were rubbed?
None, surprisingly.
One. Actually, no,
One.
one. Clint threw himself over the couch, put his legs in the air, and then Jenna went over and caressed.
No, she slapped my butt.
There was a poke, wasn't there?
Was there a poke?
I
There
did
was-
poke.
Oh,
There was.
maybe I'm just so used to being poked in the ass that I didn't feel it.
Your shoulders are so tight.
Okay, hold on. I do have to say on this topic, Clint, in the last episode, you did discuss a lot of what it's like being gay and single, and now you're talking about how your butthole is numb to being poked.
Numb to being poked.
Do we have an announcement?
No, just I don't even know how you would describe this as we're gay without being gay, I guess, Seamus.
Clint's just got a calloused asshole, guys. Okay, that's
No.
it. We're not gay without being gay.
It's like my butthole skin is like your weenus, like on your elbow, that there's no feeling in it whatsoever. So
Lost all sensation.
just like lifting weights, the calluses that you build up on your hands. Imagine those rimming the outside of your asshole.
that's true.
And then
That's
imagine rimming that.
That's fucking disgusting.
true. Jenna's face through all this is great right now.
She's just like, what the fuck is going on?
But a special shout out to the people that did listen in. We got 30-something listens on SoundCloud so far,
Oh,
and we're
yeah.
at 20-something views on YouTube.
Oh, good.
I can't wait till like a year when we have like thousands of views and stuff. And we
Yeah,
look
wait
back
till
and
a
be
year
like,
when we have like 50 views.
yeah. But thank you to people listening. Even my mom listened in. I know she's gonna listen to this next one. And sorry that I said asshole shit and that I like being poked in the butt.
But if you don't
But
like
I'm
listening
not really
to that,
that sorry.
I would advise stop listening to this episode and don't listen to any more.
I think your mom would find that really funny.
Yeah, she probably would. She thought the last episode was hilarious. So
So yeah, what I want to say is let's go ahead and start off the episode by talking about how we all became roommates in as much detail as we want to tell. So it all starts with I moved into my grandmother's house because she lived in Houston, Texas, where I was born and raised. And beautiful.
that was good.
Sorry.
I give that an 8.
8. Yes, 8.
We have on the list. We were hoping that Jenna burped.
There it is.
But yeah, so I moved into her house in Houston, Texas, because rent was cheap and it was in Houston. And then over time, I started collecting roommates from college. And the first roommate of this group was Sir Shemus Billiards.
Yeah, so I had recently been dumped. I had been in a 5-year relationship, and I was living with my parents at the time and got a big boy job, doing big boy things, and getting big boy money. And I was like, I don't have a place to live. And with my job comes a stipulation that they don't pay you for the first month. So I needed some place that was cool with that.
Cool, I wonder where that could be.
And so Tanner sent me a message and was like, "Hey man, I heard you're moving in the area," and he offered me a place to live, and I was like, "Sweet, it's really close to where my big boy job is gonna be," and so that's how we became roommates and kind of filtered out the other ones.
The other ones, one of which being a friend of my cousin. I don't know if you were around for that.
I awkwardly saw him and his girlfriend clear out the place, and I'm pretty sure they did other things.
Oh, most definitely. So yeah, I had a friend of my cousin didn't tell me that his friend was going to be moving into this house. The first time I met him was when he arrived on the doorstep, like when he was moving in. And I'm like, oh, hi. I feel like this could have been better organized. But he lived at the house for maybe about 3 weeks. He got a girlfriend and then disappeared.
That's weird.
But whenever he left, he cleaned out the house of all of his stuff very beautifully.
And how did he pay your grandmother?
Oh, my grandmother was so excited because whenever he paid in crisp $100 bills. Because whenever Shemus,
that's my name, Seamus.
I'm gonna bleep that out.
Yeah.
Bleep it like it's a cuss word.
My real name is a cuss word, in fact.
Here. Copy this. Ready? Beep.
Perfect.
All right.
He didn't actually say beep. He said our roommate's name.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, can you like cut my burp out and just like burp?
Way better.
That's the censor.
Every time that they censor his name, it's just gonna burp.
But yeah, so whenever Seamus went to meet my grandmother, it was the most terrifying I've ever seen her. She was sitting in her retirement home apartment in the corner, like legs crossed, this 87-year-old woman with her fingers in a little finger arch, talking about how she left her house being white. Everything had to be pristine and white and clean. Talking about how the other roommate paid in crisp $100 bills. She terrified me.
So you know how like animals can smell fear? When I walked into that retirement home, you could smell my fear, and your grandmother could smell it reek off of me. And I was like trying to be as like charming and polite as I could, but just like a stand-up comedian getting shut down. Every time I tried, she was just like, "Oh, that's nice."
Not even the other gay roommate got this cold shoulder. It was just you,
God.
I don't know about you guys, but when I met Tanner's grandmother, she fucking loved me. Like, I had this lady cracking up. She was laughing. We held hands for a moment. It was weird, but, you know, I'm just joking. No,
I think
but we got along great. So.
I think she thought I was, at first, somebody else. Someone who's...
She probably thought you were...
Oh.
Yeah. And so she was really hostile and even brought up that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll maybe explain that later.
Yeah.
So then, after that, the next roommate on the docket was Mr. Clint.
Woo!
Because he had graduated from our wonderful, what was it?
Alma mater. It's Tim Dallas.
Tim Dallas?
Tim Dallas State University.
Yes.
So we don't get in trouble.
And what was it? You messaged us, and we were just kind of like, oh, yeah, this guy was fantastic. He was in that show with us.
Actually, it was Jordan. I'm not going to say her last name. But she's like, hey, I heard that Shemus and Tanner are looking for a roommate. And she's like, y'all living to be... I can't
Words
even speak.
are hard. It's fine.
It's that bottle.
She was like, y'all living together... God damn.
That bottle, man.
Sorry, the wine's kicking in. Y'all living together would be so cute. And I was like, all right, cool. So I messaged first, and I don't even
We're
remember.
That was a burp.
We're going to burp that out.
I messaged... God damn it.
The bottle.
I messaged Sheamus first, and then I don't remember our conversation, but I distinctly remember Tanner's conversation. I was like, hey, I heard you're looking for a roommate. He's like, yes, I am. And they discussed amongst themselves and thought that I was the best fit. So
It was around that time that our other Adele Loving roommate became a flight attendant and moved out. And
Yeah.
we were looking for someone
I
else.
used to live with Seamus's close friend from back home, like back home, John. We don't want to get him. We should have him on one day as a guest.
Oh,
Yeah,
most definitely.
yeah.
We should have both him and his alter ego Adderall John. Adderall John. We'll have a whole story about Adderall John and my dealings with him in high school.
You know, Adderall John got me through some really hard papers and overnighters a couple times.
We should just call him the Adderall John.
The Adderall John.
The Adderall John.
They're just the dealer who just peddles drugs prescription.
Welcome to the show, Adderall John. But yeah, after that we had Jenna move in because, well, the two of you, the visitors, can tell the story of how.
Technically move in. I was just there all the
Well,
time.
well, you
kinda lived
moved
there.
in
I
here.
was just a little parasitic.
You were an integral part of finding this house, though.
Oh,
like
no,
not,
I found this house.
Yeah, not an integral, like the only reason we found this house.
Yeah, okay, so basically at the other house, I was there all the time because it was in my best interest.
The
Let's
cool
just
thing
say
about
that.
it, though, is like when you were there, nobody noticed because the house is so big. We were all spread out to all four corners of the house that it was kind of nice.
I'm glad that it was nice that my presence wasn't known.
Yeah. Well, it's
It's not that. It's just that your presence did never once got in the way.
But you know what's crazy is every girl that Clint brought home, their presence was immediately noticed and heard throughout the night.
That's a different podcast.
Let's
That's
call
a different
people out,
podcast.
why don't we?
God, dude, my mom is listening. And
you know what?
I could call you
I-
out for some things. We're not going.
Oh, I know.
That was another burp.
Wait, Seamus, I threw in the sound effect on that one, so that if you listen back, you'll
All right.
understand.
So anyway, while they were at Tanner's grandmother's house, she just like decided to up and sell pretty much.
Yeah, she got pneumonia and missed a payment on the house insurance, so we lost the house insurance. I mean, we had to take a couple photos and we got it back, but she was worried about paying it and didn't want to worry about the house whenever it flooded and everything, so she was like, you know what? It's time to sell. She also just turned 90.
Yeah.
Ew, sorry.
I was talking during it. We can't
It's really
sample that one.
gross.
Yeah. Nice.
Each one is precious.
Each burp, please burp. You're our. Every time we say Seamus's real name, we need those burps.
You need a different burp every
different
time.
burp
Oh,
every
God.
time.
We're gonna cut at the very end.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But-
So let's then.
I will say, I have thoroughly enjoyed living with you guys. It has been a great roommate experience so far.
It's gotten us
Yes.
through.
Gotten us through some hard times. Like I even told them, like I had a rough. I went out on a date and I had a rough time, to say the least.
One?
I had.
I think
it's
it's the latest one.
the latest one.
Well, the latest big story.
Yes.
Latest big story. And I kind of questioned my value as a person, and then I realized, like, you know, I don't have very much family. I don't have any family around here, as a matter of fact. So these guys are the closest thing that I have to a family, so they mean a lot to me. And I made sure I let them know that. But, yeah, it's been fun. Like, the awkward dance-offs,
Touching my butt?
touching your butt, getting drunk and ending up at Taco Cabana, drinking wine-based margaritas.
That we didn't even know were wine based.
That we didn't even know were wine-based.
And we're like, oh, these taste like a tequila.
Like,
Oh my God.
tequila is
It's
so
so
strong.
Watching eat so many chicken flautas, I
Guys,
thought he was gonna
so
puke.
hungry. So hungry. Did you say my name again?
He did. I
Yeah.
was gonna.
Don't
Let's just
don't worry.
say-
At this point, I'm gonna be editing it, so we got this
It's
covered.
so hard to not.
We
say
can
his
just
name.
only
we can
say
just
that.
we can say, and this will not be heard.
Was that a bunch of burps in a row?
That was a
Please tell
bunch of
me.
burps.
That was one. It was one long burp,
Just
Oh,
really.
no, the pressure's on.
Exactly. On in your stomach.
on your stomach.
Better
No,
drink
no.
that Pepsi.
No, but
Sponsored.
speaking of bar hopping, before I moved in, do y'all remember? It was July. Remember, I moved in August. In that July, I was supposed to go meet Tanner's grandmother, but something happened, so they decided to take me on their ritual bar excursion.
See,
The
thing is,
initiation.
we
The
bar-
initiation?
The thing is, we barely do remember, and that's why it's so memorable.
We
You
that
gotta
was
warn us. We need to sample that. That's beautiful.
I didn't
That
know.
was like a 9.
Every time.
that was a good one.
Sorry.
We were, how many bars did we go to that night? We just went to 2, right?
Oh, we just went to 2. Okay.
To 2, but we were doing this thing where
No,
We went to
that was
one.
only one.
no,
Okay.
no, we went to Old City.
Did we go to?
No, we did. Remember, because
That
we
night
bought.
we did go to Old
Oh,
City.
okay.
Because
Yeah.
at
Okay.
each bar we each bought a round, so that was
So-
3 rounds at each bar.
What I have
So,
to say, we have an affinity for going to the shittiest, dirtiest bars.
love it.
The first of which is called Old City Pub, and it is like half the bar is outside, and you don't even realize that there's a bar inside. And you go inside, and it looks kind of cool in the sense that it has like pool tables and little booths that you can that with couches. There are also many, many roaches because it is half outside and made of wood, and altogether just a dirty ass bar.
Can I just say that the inside of Old City Pub, not only have I been there maybe like 5 or 6 times, and every single time I saw a roach or a rat, but other than that, like if you've ever seen a documentary about what the inside of the Playboy Mansion looks like, and it's not glamorous at all. It's like 70s wood paneling and like green carpet and so ugly. That's what this freaking bar looks like.
It's like that mixed with like the treehouse from Swiss Family Robinson. It's like a perfect description.
How dare you, dirty Disney with that disgusting pub.
The Playboy Family Robinson.
Yeah, the Playboy Family Robinson.
You're a monster.
So yeah, we go there and we have a tradition where each of us buys a round. But Mr. Shemus here always is like, what do we want? A double gin and tonic, and starts us out on a double shot drink every damn time. And no one can go back on that because why?
And then it becomes like a big dick contest.
Got him. Yes. Hell yeah.
But then it becomes a big dick contest where all of us are like, hey, try out this crazy thing that I like, and yo, try out this. And then by the end of the night, we're all drinking like double Cokes and whiskey and double whiskey and Cokes.
Double Cokes and whiskey, man.
Sorry, Jenna was trying to like grab my nipple, and I was like really concerned. So yeah, we usually get trashed when we go out and drink.
Coke and whiskey.
Yeah, so the first place we went was Old City, where we got relatively tipsy. And then we went to Molly Malone's, which
God.
Molly Malone's
is a block over from the house.
It is a beautiful, beautiful. You never notice how, unless you're Jenna, who is our sober guiding light, you don't notice how shitty of a bar it is until you actually think back and you're like, oh, this is a terrible experience. So it was within 5 minutes walking distance from the house. So we'd go and get absolutely shit-faced because we could. Drink prices were relatively cheap.
Oh, dirt cheap.
And we could just walk home. So we went and we got trashed. This is the place that at one point in time we ordered some chicken and like it came back raw.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Like
it
not
was
even
not
cooked.
So gross.
So there was the night that we were initiating Clint into our ritual and into our household, and we leave. From my perspective, I start walking home. I get all the way down to our street, turn onto our street, and start walking home before I realize that my 3 friends are not with me. And I look at my phone, and I just have a message from Clint that says, fireworks, ?
So this was near July, and right out in the parking lot where this bar is this fireworks stand. And Clint turns to me and he goes, hey man, you want to get some fireworks?
That's your impression of me?
Dude, should I be more Texan? Hey y'all, you want to get some fireworks?
I mean, that sounded like we lived with Boomhauer. Just like, hey man, you want to go in and
Hey,
get some
he is
fireworks?
from Texas.
Man, oh man, that on tornado came that good on food there and whoop.
And he's like, and I'm like, hey Clint, we're kind of in the suburbs here. I don't want to get like a noise complaint.
Dude, they were selling fireworks in the suburbs. Like, if it wasn't allowed in city limits, they wouldn't sell that shit in city limits.
See, that's a logical person speaking, but the 3 of us drunk didn't have that mindset.
You're probably right.
And so Clint's like, hey man, I know the best fireworks to get. They're going to be super quiet. I worked in a fireworks stand.
I did when I was a teenager. I worked in a fireworks stand.
And so we buy a fucking ton of fireworks and go back to our place where we have, I don't know, guys, what are we going to call it? Herbal refreshments?
We said herbal refreshments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mom.
Some chai tea.
We're a big fan of the shampoo herbal essences, and we used a ton of it.
As a matter of fact, I met Moeed Laveau for the first time.
Yes.
Marie Laveau.
Moeed Laveau.
She's my favorite vase.
She's a vase, you might say.
Yes.
And well, so we start lighting some off, and immediately it's like one of those little helicopter ones, and it shoots off in the sky. It's the loudest fucking thing I've ever heard, and I immediately am like, Clint, what the fuck are we doing?
Those UFOs. He goes, bzzz, bah! Like it busted real loud, and then turns his face like just very stoically. He goes, that was fucking loud. I was yeah, it was.
So then I decide it's time for the big guns, the Roman candles. I'm sitting out in a lawn chair.
No. First, remember, I lit one. And shot it, and we were like, holy shit, these are loud.
Yeah.
Remember, I lit one first.
So,
and then we handed them to you.
After realizing they were loud, I'm sitting in a lawn chair right next to a ditch that Shemus had dug in our backyard to make sure the water drained properly. So I'm not on even ground. And I decide that I'm not just going to light one Roman candle. Not 2. Hell, 3 is even child's play. Let's light fucking 4. And I light them all off facing the wrong direction.
Okay, first, just so the audience knows. Okay, when you light a Roman candle, the little fuse that you light, you point that thing out away from your body. Just so you know.
Please, for the love of God,
look at the arrow
lesson.
on the fireworks. Because don't take herbal refreshments and light fireworks. Just
after drinking heavily too.
After drinking heavily.
So then I light off these 4 Roman candles, and it's after one volley of 4 shots that I realize, oh shit, this is going towards my lap. So I turn them around and fire them up into the sky, realizing that at this point, this is an old house with lots of trees. There is only a tiny, tiny radius of our backyard that is not covered by trees. So everyone's freaking out because we have these loud fireworks going off at like 1 a.m. I'm firing them through a small area in the trees, and my pants are completely covered in fucking soot. I walk inside, I tear off my white pants, throw them in the washing machine
Fucking
with
white
wallet
pants,
in
first
them.
of all.
Okay, wait. I'm going to tell you mine perspective of seeing you do this as we're telling this story. So, knows immediately when I light off this Roman candle that it's loud. And it's not just and usually, sometimes Roman candles aren't that loud. But we see Tanner pick them up and light, just so confidently, just kind of, he holds it about a foot away, maybe 2 feet away from his body. He just lights off fuses at once, and he just has this Bruce Willis face on him.
In that moment, my dick was 2 stories high. Dude, I was so fucking manly.
Made out of concrete, man.
And I big dicked everybody in the herbal refreshments before we did this.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
Instantly, everything is way more funny than I am drunk. And Tanner points these, and they just start going off. It's like, pew, 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 right at his dick. It was the funniest thing I had ever seen. I get up, I'm laughing. I can barely walk because I'm laughing. I'm belly laughing so hard. And I'm stumbling to get into the doorway, and I feel presence behind me launch me into the back door, into the thing. He goes, oh my fucking God, dude, that was so loud. Holy shit, is he okay? And I just can't stop laughing.
I run inside, tear off my pants, this fucking sucks.
All 12 shots go off while Tanner scrambles to turn them around, walks inside, throws the Roman candles on the ground in his underwear, and goes, this fucking sucks.
This entire time, all I can think about is fuck the police. I have a big boy job. Fuck the police. God damn it.
Also, this is probably the most stupid thing that was done on the way back from Molly Malone's. Second, very closely followed, was the time that Seamus himself got a big dick. It was around some patriotic holiday.
Yes.
Went and grabbed himself a fucking American flag and just paraded down the street with a stolen
what's
American
that called?
flag.
When you can't help but steal things?
Kleptomania.
Kleptomania. When gets a few in him, he becomes a klepto.
Okay, so what?
It was contagious from someone else.
I want you guys to understand.
Oh, there's a lot that I'm going to bleed from this.
I want you guys to understand my thought process here. I was drunk, I was having a good time, and I saw every house had these flags. Every house had these 6 foot tall metal rods with these amazing patriotic flags coming off of them, and I was like, we need that. And when I grabbed it, I immediately thought, I'm Master Chief. I have the flag, and I just take off as fast as I can.
That mental picture of you is beautiful, man.
Just drunk stumbling down the pavement as ungracefully as I possibly could manage.
And now we luckily live in a brand new house that was, so we all wanted to move, and we all decided that we wanted to find somewhere new. None of us decided that we wanted to look, and it was through the grace and glory of Jenna's wonderful, beautiful house hunting.
I'm glad she's the organized one. Like she has it together.
Jenna, you were the one who was like, all right, well, we need to make sure everyone's credit is in line. And the rest of us were like, what the fuck is my credit?
Yeah. So, all right. So the boys are adult-ish. No, they're responsible people. And, like, everybody takes care of their own shit. But I wouldn't say that, like, oh, like, what credit monitoring app do you use or whatever? Like, they would be like, the what? And so when I'm, like, looking for this house, I'm just like, okay, I need your credit scores and I need your social security numbers and copies of this and this. And they're just like, oh, it's at my mom's house or, like, whatever. And I'm just like, wait, what?
Or like, oh, we need to fill out this application, but we've taken too many herbal refreshments this time around.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
When I decided that we were going to move into this house, because basically everybody was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I was like, okay, so we're doing this. I printed out all the applications and had like 4 applications lined up on the coffee table in front of me. And Shemus and Clint are laying on the ground, just gazing into eternity while I'm trying to get all the answers out of them. Like, okay, now what's your social security number? And Clint's just rattling off this information like he knew it all his life, which I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Fucking robot.
I don't know. If you asked me that like now, after a couple drinks, I could maybe stumble through it, but no, not like I did. It came out of nowhere
perfectly. And so I'm filling out 4 sets of this application like by myself. I'm like, all right, everybody transfer the money. Now we're gonna do this. And they're just like, okay, whatever. And then they're like, wait, when are we moving in? And I'm like, I got it. It's already done.
What did we move in June?
No, remember February 16th.
So like I said, adult-ish, it was March 6th.
March 6th?
March 6th?
Wait, didn't we move in February?
And then we moved in February.
Yeah, it was like the middle of February.
No, it was March. We wanted February, but we had to do March because of this place.
It was March 6th because I was the first one to move in, and that's the day that I moved in.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And we also can talk about how we squatted in our house for a day.
Yeah, we did before we paid.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
That's all right.
We
what is July 1 gonna come find us?
July 2.
July 2.
We need to protect her name.
Okay.
Yeah, we may have had a series of misfortunate events that led to not being able to get some of the money to our landlady at the time, and so we kind of just remembered the code and got the key.
You know what? It wasn't a series of unfortunate events. It was the unfortunate fact that our landlord was kind of a dick and didn't want to drive to meet anywhere and wanted us to drive like across city.
Yeah, the fact that we are in northwest Houston and she lives in fucking like southwest Houston.
Yeah, it was
a damn hour away in a house that was like under construction when I got there. First off, it wasn't an office, it was a house. And I got there and like these guys were doing construction. I walk up and I'm like, hi, like I rented a house. Is this the landlord's house? And the guy was like, no English.
July 2.
Inside.
July 2.
So I walk inside and who I can only assume is her son, who is, bless his heart, he is not very organized. We still don't have that hot water heater fixed.
Oh, we don't, do we? God damn it.
Yeah, so
God damn it, Bobby.
I met him and that was a mess.
That's funny.
Yeah, the series of unfortunate events was I was at work and couldn't get the check, and Clint's car broke down. Jenna had to go to the emergency room,
Oh, that was
and
fun.
Tanner had to be called into work.
I was stranded at the house for like 6 hours, literally sitting here in an empty house doing nothing.
Luckily, we did have electricity at that point.
We did have electricity, yeah, so.
But yeah, so, I mean, we've pretty much reached the time limit. Is there anything else anyone would like to hit on or address or discuss before we cut off the table?
I'll hit on Jenna.
Oh.
Hey, baby.
Ooh.
I want Buddy your biscuit.
Dude, you're really close to the mic, so you're going to be really loud.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Buddy your biscuit.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
This has been fun, man. I hope everyone enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching episode 1. There was some good stuff in there. I even hearing it for the first time, even unedited, was I thought it was hysterical. So thank you to Tanner for all of his editing skills. And thank you all for listening in and watching in. Catch us the next following week. We'll post all the links, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Like us. And we'll like you back.
And I'm going to try to get it up on iTunes as soon as I figure out how the hell to do that.
That's what she said.
Good.
Wait. I have one more thing to say.
Yes.
What's up?
Clint,
Yeah.
do you like dragons?
So I'll be dragging these balls across your face.
Funnier when you say nuts instead
No,
of
sorry.
balls.
Enjoy Clint's mom, please.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
All right. But yeah, this has been Clint and Tanner and Shemus and Jenna wishing you all a good night.
Wait. Okay, never mind. All right, thank you guys for listening. Thank you all. It's been a blast. This pod is in the past.
See, that kind of fucking sucks.
Well, fuck you, dude. This is my outro song. If you don't like it, you sing it.
Okay, hit it. Yeah, this pod is in the past. Thank you. It's been a...
That was worse than me.
Okay, fine. Play it however you want.
Thanks for listening in.